Hi guys, it's me Anne from Geeks of Green, and since it's the month of February where many of us celebrate Valentine's Day, I thought it'll be fun to list down a few plants that have leaves that are heart-shaped. You can use this list to gift your loved ones plants that have cute leaves that look like hearts. I would also like to congratulate the winner for the giveaway of the month of January that was sponsored by Plantastic Sunny, and the winner is
Khushbu Takkar Jain.
Congratulations. Do drop in an email at geeksofgreen@gmail.com and we will get in touch with you. So let's get started. I'll just be going around my balcony and picking plants and showing you the ones that are heart-shaped. Now, the most obvious one that I'm sure many of you might have guessed is the Hoya Kerry that has perfectly heart-shaped leaves. You might have noticed these plants in nurseries, single pots that have a single leaf that looks like a heart, which catches your eye. But what I would like to suggest is never pick up a plant, a Hoya Kerry, that has a single leaf, because it's an extremely slow growing plant and it will take forever for that leaf to grow into a proper plant. So if you are ever looking to buy Hoya Kerries, look for plants that have many leaves or at least a few leaves. So it gives you much more hope with that plant. The single leaf only looks attractive for a while. It won't grow into a proper plant that you can care for and have grow with you. So I'll show you the Hoya Kerries that I have. Now this one here is the Hoya Kerry variegated. It's been with me for a very long time. I kept it in my brother's house for some time, and it's not doing so well like I would want it to. It has been put in pon and or granulates, as you can say, and that's the best way to save your Hoyas if they're not doing so well. So after putting it in that, it's showing a little improvement, but it is an extremely slow grower. So if it's not happy and it grows a few leaves, and if it's unhappy and drops those few leaves, it's like you're continuously going back and forth in progress with this plant. So that has happened many times. It's thrown a lot of new leaves, but those leaves have also dropped, and somehow this plant is stuck at this position. Though it's a very beautiful plant, and it has got these perfectly heart-shaped leaves, which I find very cute. It is a slightly slow grower and you need to kind of be patient with it. So this one's the same thing, Hoya Kerry. This is the splash. You can see it had more leaves initially, but it dropped a few leaves. And again, it's a struggle with this plant. So it's growing, but very slow. But going back to the topic of this video, I feel the Hoya Kerry has perfectly heart-shaped leaves. That's why I would put them on the top of this list. So yeah, this is the Hoya Kerry. You also get the non-variegated version. You can even try that out as well. Being a small business owner as well as a homeschooling mother requires a lot of planning and reflection. Creating plans on a plain notebook or worse, an Excel sheet made the task boring over time. That's when I stumbled upon bullet journaling. Bullet journaling is nothing but adding fun and creativity to your task of planning. I have been bullet journaling since the last 4 years and it is seriously addictive. Recently, I came across a Skillshare class, Bullet Journaling Your Way by Jessica Avenue. It gave me a good insight into what new tools are available to bullet journal and how to make it more effective through the use of keys and categories. It not only helps me to plan ahead, but it also is a good way to look back and reflect at the past and learn better ways to handle things. Skillshare is an online learning community, and here you will often find classes for almost any topics you may be interested in. They have classes on cooking, video editing, graphic designing, yoga, and thousands more. They are curated by industry leaders. Also, because the focus is on learning, you will never find any distracting ads here. I keep coming back to Skillshare time and again because of the many classes that I have taken and truly benefited from. some really helpful and practical ones that I enjoyed were Style Your Space by Emily Henderson, E-Commerce Essentials by Tracy Wallace, Fun with Shapes by Andrea Pereira, and Cookie Decorating for Beginners class by Laurie Shannon, which inspired us as a family to bake some lovely cookies this last Christmas. They also have some wonderful classes by Indian creators like Alicia Souza's illustration class, and also some amazing gardening classes that you should certainly check out. So how this works is you get access to each and every class available on Skillshare. The annual subscription of Skillshare is for less than rupees 2000, which comes to roughly rupees 166 per month. That is less than what you would pay to buy a money plant at the nursery. To me, that is a whole lot of learning for a little amount. So if this has inspired you and you need a push to explore something new, I have good news for you. There's a customized link in the description down below. The first 1,000 people who will click on the link below will get a 1-month free trial access to Skillshare to explore the platform. The next plant that I would like to list down is the Philodendron gloriosum. It also has perfectly heart-shaped leaves, as you can see. And when a new leaf comes, it's got a pinkish tint as well, especially on the backside of the plant and on the stalk. So this came to me as a one-leaf plant, but it's been doing well. It's grown a little, not as much as I would want it to grow, but it has grown 4 leaves. I lost a few leaves also, but because of the lack of space and the lack of light, probably it's not growing as it would probably grow. But I'm happy with this plant, how it is doing right now. It's a perfectly good plant that has perfect heart-shaped leaves, I would say. The next one that I would add to this list is the Philodendron hederaceum Brazil. As you can see, it's growing right here in this hanging pot, and you can see the shape of the leaf. It's exactly like a heart, like a very cute heart, and the new leaves have this peach tint which makes it look really pretty. So I would say this is one of my favorite plants with beautiful variegation and perfect heart-shaped leaves that you can really enjoy. Look at this. So this is the Philodendron hederaceum Brazil. And there's another Philodendron hederaceum micans, which I would like to add to the list, which is right there on my plant shelf. As you can see that the leaves are again velvety, and they are beautiful and heart-shaped. I would not rate this plant as one of my favorites because I've always struggled with growing the micans. I feel they are very different from the Brazil and the lemon hederaceum. They are slightly more fussy and they need some more attention, I would say. I must give it to this plant how velvety the leaves are and how dark pinkish green they are colored. So they make it look really excellent. That's why I don't give up on this plant. I do keep it, and I'm trying to keep it happy. Probably if I put it on a moss pole, it will do much better. But I'm not getting the time to do that. I have a long list of gardening chores that I need to finish before I get to this. So this is another plant that has heart-shaped leaves that look really pretty. So this next plant that I would list down with perfect heart-shaped leaves is the Alocasia cuculata, which is called the Buddha's hand plant as well. And you can see that the leaves are excellent. Now this plant is not doing really well. I have mentioned about it in some of my last videos also. It has a mealybug infestation which keeps coming back and it's being treated. But it's struggling and it is fighting back. As you can see, there are new healthy leaves on it. And I hope that I'm able to get rid of the infestation. But I would definitely add it to the list of heart-shaped leaf plants. The next plant that I would list down is the string of hearts. It's not in the greatest condition as it was struggling, and I put it in sphagnum moss and it started growing, which is great. But monkeys came and they destroyed many plants in my balcony. This was one of them. They pulled out stuff and it was havoc. So this is one plant that suffered. So I'm hoping that it comes back from the shock that it went through. Some pieces broke off. So this is what I have right now of the string of hearts, and I hope that it grows. The leaves are particularly heart shaped. That is why it has the name string of hearts. I'll probably put a better picture of it on screen for you guys so that you can see how the plant looks. It is a slightly fussy plant, but I have seen that while propagating it, it grows well in sphagnum moss rather than in granulates or pond. So this is a plant that I would definitely go and propagate on sphagnum moss. And yeah, it's growing slowly, but it is alive. So this is another plant that I would like to list down. The next plant that I would like to list down is the anthurium. uh, I will say the anthurium radicans and so many different anthuriums are all having heart-shaped leaves, but today I will list down the andrenium. Okay, so this one right here, you can see the shape of the leaf. It's exactly like a heart. And what's more is these beautiful spats. The flowers also look like cute little hearts. I mean, I would really put this on top of the list, which is a very beautiful plant. And yeah, perfect heart shaped leaves. There are other few plants that I would like to list down. The list is very long, so I won't include them, but I just want to quickly mention them to you. I would also say the Scindapsus pictus has heart-shaped leaves, and it's a very, very pretty plant. You can see. Also, the Epipremnum, which is the money plant, different varieties, they all have heart-shaped leaves. I would also like to mention the Anthurium crystallinum or the Magnificum. They also have these cute heart-shaped looking leaves. We can even add the Monstera alboborsigiana to that list. You can see it's heart shaped, but it has these fenestrations, which makes it slightly irregular. But these are the many heart shaped leaves that I would like to include in this video. I hope that this video helps you to go and pick out your perfect plant that has heart shaped leaves that you would like to give to your loved one and express your love to them. So I hope you like this video. If you did like it, do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed already. And I hope to see you soon in another video. Till then, stay green.